What's up, guys? What's up? How are you? What's up, everybody? Someone shot, bro. Lighting on, lighting off. Sarah, you're crazy, bro. What the fuck? That's so cool, bro. That's terrible. Oh my god, bro. That is awful, bro. It's creepy, brother. Stop. Okay, bro, I'll stop. I didn't see your messages until now. How are you, bro? Where are you from? Are you all good? I was just bored, bro, because nobody was even talking. Everybody was joining and they weren't talking. Are you from USA? No, I'm not from USA. How are you, Annie? I need to change my network. I'm gonna have to do it on Wednesday when I get paid, Annie, because I was having problems again today. But how are you? How was work? If you're new, Forge, yeah, like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. I went for a big walk today, Annie. Oh, I'm tired as well. I went for a big walk. Then I got some pizza to have for dinner later. I'll probably have my dinner a bit late because I got a chicken fillet roll earlier, so I'm not as hungry as I normally would be. This t-shirt is creased, right? I just took it out of the wash. But look, it is what it is. I need to get an iron. Go nap. No, like I'm not sleepy tired, just my legs are tired, you know what I mean? I don't need to sleep, it's just my legs are I just need to sit down for a while. Which is better, being jobless or being unemployed? Same thing, bro. Was it satisfying walk? Yeah. It was, yeah. The red suits you, thank you. Yeah, this is like one of the t-shirts that goes with my red hoodie. I really love red. I love green as well, but I really love red. Can you speak English? I'm 24. How old are you? I like designer clothes, you know, like people say don't waste your money on them, like, you know, you can wear Primark, you know, but like the quality isn't as good there, like, and it's not gonna last, like, and I'd much rather pay €20 for or 25 for an Adidas t-shirt that's gonna last years rather than one that's just gonna be loose and not be great quality and fall apart after a few washes. Do you know what I'm saying? Ronaldo, Messi. I don't support football, bro. I'm 21 for real. Yeah, I like fashion as well, and like the stuff in the Primark, Annie. Like it's not that fashionable. Like I find the women's is better though. They have way more options. They have dresses. They have so many nice things, but the men's is just too boring, too basic. And our orange version. Sure. Oh, that's really cool. I used to have it as well in white with like wine red logo here and wine red stripes. But I have another one that's like in white and it has a green, like a dark green neck around here, dark green stripes, and it has an Adidas logo in dark green, but it's not a small logo, it's like a big logo on the front. Where are you from? I'm from Ireland, bro. Dublin. You are right, yeah. Everybody that's new, please like and subscribe. Please. This looks like a lovely t-shirt you'd wear on holidays or like in the summer or something. It's probably one of the nicest t-shirts I have. I also have a really cool white Adidas one with like a logo with like Adidas and like graffiti on it. Nice pieces, yeah. Are you in college? No, are you? The subscribers are growing little by little, Annie, every day. But I need to try and move out of here and get a better place that's more modern. That way I can stream later and stuff in the day, and that way I can spend more time and get more subscribers. Rillin is. No, who's that? Where is he? Bro, you're looking like if you child. Boris Johnson. I know Boris Johnson. I don't know who the other person is. But no, you're just being a troll, bro. So stop saying stupid things, man. Yeah, good growth, yeah. It's easy to get growth. Like, if I was to do like, I do like one for half an hour and then another half an hour. I'm getting like 5 between 8 a day. So you'll be at 500 by no time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, now I can hear the people underneath me talking. It's crazy. They're not even shouting. Like, they're just talking and you can hear them. That's how paper thin it is. Yeah, I've got a 6. See who they are. What do you mean? Yeah, that happened to me. Like, even when I wasn't streaming, like, just you'd get a random person that would sub to you and you haven't even posted anything. It can happen. Do you want to start streaming though, like me, just walking around, chilling, just sitting down, talking to people? Nice jersey. Yeah, it's not actually a jersey. It's actually a t-shirt. It's made of cotton. But thank you, bro. I really appreciate it. If you're new, like and subscribe, bro. I'd really appreciate that if you can. Too self-conscious. Okay. Is Champ there? Who's Champ? Why do you think he'd be self-conscious? You know what I had someone say yesterday? Did you poop today? And then like another person said the same fucking thing today. And it's actually just like it's really weird. I understand the trolling, people putting people down because they're feeling like shit. But like that just sounds like someone that's 11 or 12 that's writing that. That's good, bro. John Cena. Oh, I'm good, bro. Are you? Champ there. No. But speaking of John Cena, I've seen him before. He came to Dublin back in 2011. Yeah, that's when I seen him in a tree arena. People like saying weird shit. Yeah, it is really weird. Sean, Joe's, Jean Pork. Who's Joe's? Cute shirt. Yeah, everybody likes it, bro. It could do with an iron though. It's a bit creased, but everybody's saying they like it, bro. It's one of my favorite t-shirts. That sounds amazing. Never been to Dublin. Irish boy is alive. Yeah, bro. I haven't seen you for a while, David. Where have you been? How are you doing? Are you all good? Ireland, yeah, James. I'm from Ireland, yeah. We need to get somebody in the live stream. We need to do like a duo live. Whoever wants to do that, it's up to them, but you'd need to like send me your Snapchat or your WhatsApp or your Discord or something, and we could do a duo live, two people together. It'd be more interesting than just responding to comments. Big Max. Maybe he could do it. I just work part-time these last days, so busy. Oh yeah, bro. I still haven't got that refund for that bike yet. That's crazy. Do you remember, Annie, when I tried to do that bike ride and the bike was locked and I paid 650? I didn't get the money back yet. And I had to report the bike was jammed. Do you need subscribers to be able to do that? No, you don't. Like, if you wanted to go live yourself, you need 55 subscribers at least and post a few shorts. But I can just invite anybody, even with no subscribers, because I've done it to one of my friends a couple times and he only has 2 subscribers. Yeah, follow up on it. It's so bad, that company. There doesn't even seem to be a phone number you can ring or anything. Like, you just have to report it, like. Do you know what I mean? But if I don't hear back from tomorrow, I'm gonna try and find out their email and like complain badly. Like, I won't be able to go live then. Yeah, you know what you should do? Keep posting shorts, Annie, of random things that you see, like a cool car, you know, the beach, a big Ferris wheel, anything. Like, just keep doing that, and then you'll eventually get to 55. But you were saying you didn't really want to do it. But that's okay though. Discord channel art. But yeah, I do. You have me there, don't you? Your name is SpongeBob on it, isn't it? How does some followers have blue names? Because they're a moderator, which means that if anybody is writing disrespectful comments, they can put them in timeout, which means that they can't type for a certain amount of time, or they can ban them. So they have control. So basically what it does is it gives me time to react to the comments and not get distracted that I have to keep deleting them. So it just kind of helps me out in a way. That's all it does. You know? Might find some birds to post. Yeah, you could do that. I seen a cool car today, like a Porsche, and I thought that I'd post it, but I seen a really nice car the other day outside Tesco, and I said to the guy I was looking at his car, and he was really rich and posh, and like to not look awkward and just to be friendly and nice, I said, "Nice car." He says, "Oh, thank you." But then like I was gonna ask him, could I record it to put on YouTube? But then he might be suspicious. My mother was there. I was like, should I record it and or ask him, can I record it? She's like, he's probably gonna be suspicious now, you know. Yeah, so I didn't. But then again, maybe not. Maybe you're just thinking too much. You could just say, can I show this to my friend? He might be like, yeah, you don't know. Or he might be suspicious, you don't know, but it was really cool. And then I seen a really cool car yesterday. I was on a phone call. And then I went back to, it was a really old Mercedes Benz. I went back to record it and it was gone. I had to stop missing them opportunities. No, I mean a full Discord channel, not a Discord account. No, I don't. I don't really even know a lot about Discord. The only reason I download it is because these people that I talk to regularly on YouTube, one of my really good followers from Chicago, like he told me to get it so I could interact with him there because he's not using Instagram at all. And I'm still getting the swing of it. I find it really difficult to use the Discord. The way it's laid out, it's not as simple and straightforward as Instagram. I saw a live of a woman Ori from South India moved to Norway, living in life at the top. Achieved that too. Yeah, bro. Live life. Bronson, are you still there, bro? Live in YT, man. What's YT? Really? Where's he from? Oh, YouTube, YT, and DC is Discord, yeah. And Insta is Instagram, isn't it? And Snap is Snapchat. You look those baby angels in church paintings. What do you mean, Bronson? Like I look like one of them. Same place as me, but some cameras from my house. Working part time or anything right now? I'm not even working at all, bro. I'm trying to look for a job. It's actually really, really hard at the moment. I had some difficulties in my life, man. I left the job recently because it was fucking terrible and overworked and underpaid and fucking shitty. And I was having insomnia at the time, like, and anxiety, and my work performance was being affected. And now I'm not. I'm doing well now. I'm sleeping well, but I'm looking for another job, you know. But it's really, really hard. So I was thinking of saving for a security course, because then once you get the license, um, and you apply, they'll just give you the job, you know. Um, there's just so many people in the country, and there's more people than there is jobs. And immigration doesn't help the situation either. The same with housing. I'm not blaming the immigrants. It's obviously not 100% their fault, but it doesn't help the situation, you know. There's too much competition out there, and the employers are being too picky as well. They're only picking the CVs with the most experience. Like they want cleaners, and they want like, oh, one minimum 2 years cleaning experience required, bartending experience required. Like they're so picky, you know. Job like UPS, yeah. But if you sign up to like to deliver food on a bike, like one of those electric bikes or one of the ones you cycle, you won't need any experience. Like they'll just take you, you know. If they have room, if they're looking for people. But you need to save for a bike. So now I'm in the process of just trying to lock in and save money as much as I can. Bro, it's always too many people on this job. It's everywhere, man. Yeah. Is it good money, David? So you're trying, man. Good luck. Exactly. I know, as a delivery driver or something part time. So money. Yeah, I need to save first for a bike. But I know I'm saving for the security thing. That's what I want to do. There's always so many people in this. Yeah. You look like the average soccer fan. I know, because I'm white and I look like English or French or something. And because of this t-shirt, it's this t-shirt 100%. I have to admit, you're right. But no, I'm not really a soccer fan. Nah, and he's just trying to get some surveillance. Yeah. I'm 5'10", like tall enough, but one of my friends is even taller again. Bronson, do you want to become a moderator? It's up to you. Bro, 5'10" too, mate. Have you met any tall girls? Not really, no. Most of the ones were either like same height or like at least shorter than me, no. Um, yeah, okay. I think Big Max deserves to be moderator as well, because he's been here for quite a bit. So is Bronson. But I don't know. There was a Mohammed guy from Pakistan. He just disappeared. Maybe he got killed. I don't know. But he just disappeared, like literally, he just disappeared. Not much, just chilling, bro. Yeah, I want to be moderate too. Okay, I'll make you one, bro. I usually do it to people that have been here the longest, but you seem like a cool guy, so I'll do it for you, bro. 5'10" is tall for a girl, yeah. It is. Wait, what is going on? I'm trying to do it, bro. How do I do it? There. Yeah, I made you one, bro. You are from... I'm from Ireland, bro. Bro, do you have these in the US? I'm sure you do. I love these. They're so nice. I'm only 5'8". Yeah. But 2 inches, there's not much in the difference, isn't there not? This looks badly creased in the lighting. Bro. I'll have a few of these. Okay. Yesterday my friend bought some and they were the smoky bacon ones. The smoky bacon ones are okay, but these original ones are better. I just want to win the lotto, you know? And just retire. And just chill out. I don't like work. But it has to be done, like... I couldn't understand them at all. Yeah, it depends what part of Ireland you're from. Some people, their accent is like really strong. Big Macs, all we need is just like a big mansion, a beautiful woman, you know, never short of cash, can travel the world, sleep around with her every day, you know, get fucked up on drinks sometimes, bro, you know, eat good food. That's the kind of lifestyle I'm talking about. Where did everybody go? What happened? Everybody just disappeared. That's true. About the 6 foot, you can't protect them thing. What's up, man? We're just coming. It's a dream, I know. Bro, I had Hennessy the other day, bro. Just one shot. You know, oh my god, that shit is so good, bro. Crypto base, lying in the corner. Hi, Sean Michael. Pokemon cards, damn. Bro, I looked up how much it is in Tesco. It's crazy, the price. It's like nearly €50 for a bottle. I can see why it's really popular in the hip-hop culture now, because it's really strong and it's easier to drink raw than other spirits, and it gets you fucked up quick. It's cognac. Yeah, it is cognac. No, it's not whiskey. I Bet Prime, Mike Tyson. And it was ridiculous, the price of the shot. It was like 7 something, bro. Just for a tiny bit like that. It's crazy, like. Make this pizza look. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? I'm gonna open it up and put it in here. Use crocodile or no? I don't think he needs to be grain, yeah. What, I think it's in our bottle. I looked it up. I don't think it'd be that cheap. But you can get like a Tesco cognac, like a knockoff version. And that would be pretty cheap up the north. Like Hennessy's a premium brand, so it wouldn't be cheap, I don't think, anywhere, but it would still be cheaper than Ireland, yeah, up the north, yeah. Probably by a couple euro. What is Hennessy, chat? That's what Aisha Speedo says, chat. It's a 40% spirit alcohol. It's cognac, yeah. Duty-free airport, yeah. When I came back from London, I bought like 2 bottles of Smirnoff vodka. They were a litre each, so that's 2 litres. And it was €22 for 2 litres of Smirnoff vodka, which is crazy cheap. Brandy, and it's pretty dear up here too. £40 a bottle. Where are you from, bro? Hippo. They have a Tesco version, but I've never had it though. See, that's the thing. It's hit and miss with those knockoff brands. Like, you know, like the Tesco Cola is shit, but it's okay for the price. But the Tesco Cognac, I don't know. You'd have to look at reviews online. You know, I've told you before. England, is it, bro? I can't remember. There's so many people that come on here. It's hard to remember. Drink whiskey mostly. Oh, whiskey's horrible, I think. Hippo's from Greece. Oh, yeah, it's you. Now I remember you, bro. I'm from Little Zanuri. Irish boy, don't drink daily though. No, I don't. Like once or twice a month, like. Even drinking weekly, you're gonna waste so much money here. You know, that's how expensive it's gotten. Even if it was only once a week. Where's your girlfriend? I don't know, bro. Come to Canada. Yeah, I gotta start saving and locking in and saving. We need to get rich. That's our aim, to get rich. We need to get rich, like. I want to travel so bad. I just need to find a fucking job, like, full-time, cash in hand. That would be great, like. Cigar. Not the cigar, though, but I'll take the Bugatti. USA is under British rule. That's the spirit, Irishman. Yeah, bro, exactly. Do you want a polar bear? I'll get one from my backyard and also give some maple syrup. I love Canadian maple syrup. I actually have some in my fridge right now. I'll show you some, but it's nearly finished, but I'll show you. It's the best on pancakes, you know? I think that's backwards. Canadian 100%. Dark colour, robust taste. It's amazing on pancakes. Yeah. It's the best thing ever. Drains me. I don't think Canada is British rule, no. I didn't think so. Like, they have dollars, they have their own independence. But you have a place called British Columbia. What starts a €14 bottle? And where? What drink and where? I'm gonna wash my hands now. Man, if that's right, that's a really good price, bro. Fuck, you're making me want some right now, bro. Oh no. Just relax and do what I want at home, then wake up the next day. Shit. Yeah. Cider is really cheap up there, up the north. The buzz balls are much better deals than here. The spirits as well. You get like Tesco vodka for like really cheap, and people might think, oh, that sounds disgusting. Tesco vodka. It's actually not. It's actually like there's not really much of a difference compared to the Smirnoff. You wouldn't really notice unless someone told you. And it's really cheap too and does the job. Yeah, everything's as well cheaper, yeah. You get like a litre of Tesco vodka for like 15, €16. And it's like at least 30 quid here for a litre of vodka. Should take some time. Yeah. Is it what we should know? Bring back cheap alcohol. Bring back cheap alcohol. We should start a revolution, bro. I don't know how the Irish is putting up with this. Yeah, I've tried the big buzz balls, but they're very hard to get here because most shops won't stock them because of minimum unit pricing. It would charge too much to sell. There's only like a very limited amount of places that have them. I haven't found them anywhere where I live. But up the north, you'll find them everywhere because there's no minimum unit pricing. There's a good market for them. They can sell them cheap, and like they get you fucked. Like even after half of the bottle, I was already fucked. And it's much better value instead of buying little small ones at a time. It works out much cheaper to just buy the big one. I love happy hour here. I've heard of that. What does that mean? Cheaper drink at a certain time. Did you never really know about Royal Enfield bikes, man? I've heard about them, yeah, bro. Do you like Harley Davidson bikes, bro? They're nice. Do you know which I love as well? The Kawasaki Ninja. And you know the bike, it's Italian, Bugatti. And they're really nice, bro, as well. Yeah. I just think it's just something that we just have to move on with. I definitely think they should scrap the minimum unit pricing and lower the taxes, but I just think it's something we're just gonna have to move on with. And there's just nothing we can do about it, like, you know. Such a shame. Yeah. What about Surons? I don't really know too much about them, bro. I've heard of them. Are they like electric or something? Are they electric, bro? I don't know if you left or what. It's like midnight. Okay, bro. Good night, bro. I'm still here. I've heard of them, bro. I don't know much about them. I think they're electric. I have no clue. I haven't researched into them enough. So I wouldn't know what to say. Peace, David. Yeah, bye, David. See you. I think this is glitched because there's 3 people talking here and it's saying there's only 2 watching, and then it went down to 1. I think it glitches. They're flyers. Like, they go really fast, do they? Do you like quad bikes, bro? And doom buggies and all that? Loved him. Trying to think of something now. Do you know it'd be so fun to have one of those, not the jet ski in the water, but you know the ones that go on the ice, and they use them in like Canada and Alaska. They look really fun, bro. 12 kilometers, bro. The Surin, they're electric, right? Yeah. Do you need a license for them? Hey, brother. Good. How are you? Your snowmobiles, that's what they're called. Yeah, I'd love one of them, bro. Imagine if we had the oppressor in real life. Oh, they're illegal. The snowmobiles are illegal here now. Oh, the Surins are illegal here now. Do you ever see the funny AI thing with the roadmen from London? And they said, man's got the oppressor now, innit, fam? And he's like on an oppressor, bro, and he's floating up in the air. Like from GTA, bro. The flying bike with the missiles on it. Since that girl got killed a few months ago. See, there you go again. Like, they banned something just because one person was irresponsible and killed someone. No. Put that guy in prison, give him time, make an example out of him, teach people a lesson. Don't ban them just because of one fucker, just because of one person. But that's the government for you, isn't it? And I think I have a great sense of mind, and I think very well. I'm more about freedom. Like, you shouldn't ban something just because someone else is irresponsible, bro. Exactly, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, how many people are killed by alcohol and it's not illegal? It's not about the product. It's not about the alcohol. It's not about the Suron. It's not about the car. It's about the person that's operating it, the person that's using it. If they're responsible, bro. Yeah, bro. This country is really just going downhill, bro. That's what I love about America, bro. They're just more free. Like, they don't ban guns because somebody done a shooting. Like, they're just more free. Like, they just personal choice and freedom. Just because one person is irresponsible and fucked up in the head doesn't mean that everybody else has to have their rights stripped away from them, or whatever they want to use stripped away from them. Ireland just seems to just like control everything we do, like. And it's true, and I think it's to stay like that. It's always going to be like that. you know, because if it was gonna change, it would have changed a long time ago. Because we're in the EU. Do you think so, bro? Change when we joined. Yeah, probably is. Doesn't make any sense, bro. Really doesn't. Even mopeds are not illegal. I'm sure if you went really fast and you hit someone, you could probably kill them too. Are you gonna ban them? You know what I mean, bro? Like it's so dumb. Like, you know. It's getting worse. Yeah, bro. The last few years, this country's gotten worse. The migrant problem, the drink going expensive. You know, everything going up and up and up. The vapes tax. Yeah, bro. Did they ban disposable vapes in Ireland? I'm not sure. Somebody let me know because I bought some and they've still sold me them. But some of them have had pods, like the Lost Marys and the Elf bars have had pods, but some of them have been disposable. Maybe they did ban them, but they're still getting rid of old stock. You know, maybe a lot of the disposables haven't sold off yet because maybe they have thousands in their shop that they need to get rid of, and maybe that will take time. Yeah, I'm not sure either, but I think they were talking about it. I wonder what's going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Exactly. But we were so quick to protest about the water charges and that we scrapped that and the fuel prices, and they did lower the excise duty, the tax a little bit, but not enough. But the drink, nobody done anything about that. Maybe because it's not a big problem. Maybe people just think we'd look ridiculous marching about drink, but this is only the start of it. This is only the start of it. The drink. It just comes. It always comes by one thing, another thing, another thing, another thing. Never touched a vape. Really, bro? That's crazy. Well, it's not crazy. It's good, but it's surprising because most people have at some point. So it's not too good, yeah. Would you like to start a channel, man? Do you know the Hap, bro? I'm trying to get places on the Hap every single day, like trying to get out of here. Because this place, man, it's just freezing fucking cold, like especially in the winter. And it's just paper thin, you can hear everything. You know. I've been live before. Oh, really? You must have at least 55 subscribers then. Sing about 100%, bro. Like the thing is, they discriminate against like men because they think that men are more likely to be on drugs, and when you're on the Hap, they judge you. But like with women, like they think they're less likely to be antisocial behavior, which is true, but not everybody, and it just gives good fellas no chance, and they discriminate. Like they'd rather just like someone just pay normally because there's loads of people out there that have really good jobs that could pay normally, so they make excuses like, oh, I already have people to visit, or it's gone, or like they one time they said to me, oh, I'm open to exploring, but they never even got back to you. Do you know? Or you say, some of them are so stupid they'll actually say over the phone, no, we don't take that. It'd be good to have them recorded from another phone, like record them saying that and then report them. But yeah, it's really really hard, man. The situation is really bad here, but it's not as bad as it is in America. My friend was telling me that's probably because they have ice there. Um, that's all because they have ice there, bro. Like he was saying, like it can take like a couple of weeks at most. But here you can go months and no luck. That's just not acceptable at all, bro. My friend has a child with a Libyan. Okay, they're not together. You should hear the amount she gets off the government. It's great. Yeah. Then you have migrants getting council houses. Like they should be at least fucking in the country of a minimum of 10 years and paying tax and working for at least 10 years and contributing before they can even fucking attempt to apply for council housing. It's a fucking scam. They've come over a dozen safe countries before they even got here. We should have nothing to do with it. We're millions of miles away from their country. Stop trying to be the nice guy every time, trying to give out handouts, and then they repay you by stabbing and raping your citizens. So when one fucks up, just ban them fucking all. You know what I mean? Oh, it's not fair. I don't give a fuck. It's not fair. Fuck off. Get the fuck out of here. Shaman man, how are things going? All good, bro. How about you? To the door. Yeah. Like they should be going to Turkey. You know what I mean? Like coming all the way to Ireland, like miles away from the Middle East and Africa, because they know that we'll just give them everything, and we're so fucking stupid. If I was a refugee and if I was genuinely fleeing war or danger, I'd go to the first safe country and say, okay, I'm away from danger now. Now let's try to learn the language and get a job. I wouldn't go all the way to fucking Ireland. But if you know they're going to give you a free house and the dole is going to be really high, well, then you're going to do that. So they're not refugees, they're just economic migrants just looking to take advantage of the system. And we're so stupid because we allow it to go on. Our government, you know? Good work day over. Now working home. That's good, bro. The scene war's over. Why are they still here? Exactly. What the fuck? That's mad. Yeah, it is. Shit, the pizza's starting to burn a little bit. But it's okay if it burns a little bit, as long as it doesn't burn too much. Okay, it is a bit too much burnt. But sure, look, it's not like it's unedible. It was fine literally 2 minutes ago. Look, I'll show you how much it's burnt. It's a bit too much, bro, isn't it? But look, I'm hungry. I'm still gonna eat it. Black as coal. I got distracted by the fucking YouTube. It was literally okay like 2 or 3 minutes ago. Ideal. That's edible at that point, but if it was like completely black, I'd throw it out. You know. Sure, look, it happens. It happens. Yeah. I'd eat that no problem, yeah? Would you? I like them that way. Yeah, that's cool. I'll have Coke with it. Feels like heaven. I actually have some Coke in there. I might even do that. That's a good idea. Can't stand a soggy pizza. Yeah, bro. Did you ever get one of those Chicago towns and there's like tomato sauce and the crust, and then you don't even wait for it to cool down? You take a bite, the tomato sauce pours out and goes on your tongue and fucking burns your tongue, bro. Do you know which is? I don't know Neapolitan. I don't really know that one. I'm from Ireland, yeah. The best pizza from the supermarket in Ireland is Dr. Oetker. Dr. Oetker, you know, Salami and ham, or salami. Goodfellas is not bad. Chicago Town, I'm not really a big fan. I find that the dough is too thick. There's too much dough. It's too filling. Like, I think Dr. Oakter is a really good one. Connors to talk to. Tom Megama. Love Chicago Town. Say something Irish. Anil Kiadicum Doji and letters. There. How are you? What does that mean? Connors to talk to. How are you? Tom Megama. I think it means I'm good. How are you? Anil Kiadicum Doji and letters means, can I go to the bathroom or the toilet? Connors to talk to. I think it means how are you, doesn't it, Max? Oh, Irish mate. Is Motlum air? Every phrase now that phrase here, exactly. That cheers, yeah. Israel. How are you from Israel, bro? Are you all good? Nobody better disrespect them, because you have some arseholes in here that say, oh, Israel, get out. Look, he's still a human, like, you know, the war has nothing to do with him, you know? Like, forget about that. Like, just treat people like people, you know? Like, people get so heated when someone joins from Israel and stuff, like, and Russia especially. Like, just leave people alone, you know? I'm gonna be tolerant. No, don't do that, bro. You can have your opinions and all that, but like, people are people, you know? Like, be angry at the government if you're not happy, you know? Be angry at Hamas or IDF or whoever you want to voice your anger at, but not just random people. Guys, we're on your side. Bro, I've looked into the history, and to be honest with you, the Jews were the ones that were treated like shit from day one. They weren't able to build synagogues, they weren't able to repair synagogues. The Muslims made them pay a tax to live there. They wanted their own independence because the Muslims wouldn't treat them fairly. And then the United Nations gave them both two different lands. And the Muslims were not happy because apparently Israel got more percentage of the land, and they waged war. And now Israel has been fighting back, and now apparently Israel is the bad guy. You know? That's what I think is happening. I think all this Palestine, that they're the victims, I think they kind of brought it on themselves, like, to be honest with you, like. I'm not saying I don't care, anybody dying is bad, but I think they kind of brought it on themselves. You know? Wage what against Israel? Do you know your history, mate? That's crazy to say, mate. Suffering. Bro, I mean, like, they didn't even let them build synagogues. They made them pay tax. They were there for hundreds of thousands of years. If the Muslims would have just left them alone from day one, bro, everything would have been fine, you know? And then because they just didn't get enough land, because the United Nations gave Israel more, they were moaning and bitching, bro. So they said, oh, we'll attack you. And now Israel hasn't trusted them and just wants to get rid of them. And they've been bombing the shit out of them, and now they're the bad guys. Look, I don't really want to talk too much about politics, bro. But I knew people were going to be mean to him when he said he was from Israel, bro. Don't believe the lies, we want peace, but it's the true strand when you're talking about human suffering. Presented history class, fuck's sake. Yeah, you know, yeah, it's crazy to say, mate. Look, it depends, you know. We all have our own opinions. But I had a feeling people were going to start doing that. And then if my people here are being rude to him, then he's going to think I'm the same. You know? I'm a good bloke. I am, bro. Thanks, I appreciate that. Muslim immigrants in Europe, what's your opinion on that? He said. I think the ones that are coming in and paying tax and contributing and respecting society and not committing crime and integrating, that's fine. But the ones that are coming in huge, large numbers and raping people, doing terrorism, committing crime, getting free hotels, not paying tax, claiming asylum in a country that's a million miles away, instead of doing it in the first safe country and then just lying through their teeth to get asylum, to get freebies, are scum and should be deported. That's what I think. That's my opinion. There's a reason Jews are banned. What countries, bro? Bro, did you see some of the girls from Israel? Some of them are really fucking hot, bro. Some of them are really hot, bro. Cheers, bro. You also have hot. What's the point? I just wish that everybody could just live in peace, bro. No war. You know, stop fighting over lands. You know, you can have your religion, someone else can have their religion, just respect one another. And just stop killing and being greedy, you know? That's so pretty, yeah. You just say, can I have a slice, please? I could just say, but it's kind of burnt. No, but I wore your mama's pussy, bro. With my dick. You see what he asked me? President of Europe, 100%. I should be the president of Europe, bro. Bro, he's trying to say I'm bald, bro. Yeah, I think I have a little bit of a receding hairline, okay? But I'm not bald, like. He probably got so frustrated when I said that to him back. But it gets to a stage where you just get tired of all the trolling comments, you know? I ignore them for so long and then one day I just get pissed off. Should see mine if he thinks you're bald. Really? You didn't, but you didn't answer the question though, just bantering. Whose question? What question? There's so many questions. You think? Well. Oh, the Nazi girls. What's your point? My point is, I wouldn't mind sleeping with one of them, bro. That's my point. Do you ever fold the pizza slice? I always fold it. It's easier to eat. Oh, yeah. I met an Israeli guy once in the hospital in Dublin and in Tala. He seemed okay. He seemed reasonable. I met another one on YouTube. He seemed reasonable. He seemed nice. The other guy from Israel here, he seemed nice. I met two people from Palestine before in Dublin. They were really kind. They were really nice people. Then I met one in Belfast and he was a dick. So I just think there's good and bad everywhere, really. Hot massage plant. Bro is half Italian. Everybody's saying I look Italian, bro. I really want to do a DNA test. It's only 109.48, is it? Yeah, bro, I think you're right. Okay. Everybody say in the chat where they think I look like I'm from. Like, honestly. Handsome. Yeah. Carlo. From your mom's. Some girl in a bar last year said I looked Italian. Because I was out on the beach all the time. When we had that heat wave in Dublin, do you remember? You look British, mate. My surname is Scottish, by the way. So I definitely have some Scottish ancestry. And I know I have a little bit of English ancestry too. But I'm mostly Irish. Just like a red coat. And I look fat as fuck as well, bro. Look, this is from like drinking too much Coke the last few weeks and eating too many sweets. Like a few weeks ago it was like slim. Now it's gone a bit fucking round, like, but I'm not fat anywhere else. It's only a tiny bit here. Makes it look perfect. Yeah, the red shirt makes it look really fucking English. Ain't we all, yeah. I see Gregor Lion and tell them I'm black. The ways down. So something, I think so. Because Europe is so connected to one another. So many people have travelled. Like the Vikings came from Ireland, from Norway and Sweden back in the day, you know? A lot of people came over from Scotland to Ireland and England, like when we were being invaded, you know? So everybody's a little bit of something. Romans spread throughout Europe, yeah, exactly. The Norse and Danes mixing with Saxons, etc. Yeah, you're right. But yeah, that's the second time in the second day I've been told I look Italian. And I don't look like that typical Irish fella, like very pale, you know. Look, Irish ice. He told me to have some Coke, so I will. Yeah, look. It's kind of ripped on the top, but keeping Ireland, Irish ice, keeping Ireland cool, made in the beautiful Wicklow Hills. Look. Yeah. Good Lord. Hello, everybody. Here, Sandy. Do you want some Irish ice keeping Ireland cool made in the beautiful Wicklow Hills? Irish ice. Oh my god, bro, we should print this Irish ice on a fucking t-shirt and then go after all the immigrants. Imagine that. Guys buy ice? Yeah, we do for Coke like this. Oh man, I actually love chewing on ice, but really. Trump Pro Max, yeah, bro. The tree leaves of the shamrock, yeah. The ice is actually kind of expensive in Spar Max. You're better off just getting it in Aldi or Lidl or something or Tesco. You know? It's like 80 cents in Aldi or Lidl or Tesco. It's like 250 in Spar like or something. It's crazy. Make my own, man. Yeah, I want to start making my own. It's much cheaper. You just get those little plastic things and you pour water in it. And then you put it in the freezer and it freezes. That way you can make a little by little. You don't have to make too much. If you buy a whole bag, it just the freezer is small here. It takes up too much room in the freezer. I'm not gonna pay for ice cube. Yeah, I only done it for convenience, bro. But no, I'm gonna buy my own. Where would I buy the little plastic thing that you fill it up with? Maybe in Tesco or Dunn's or maybe on Amazon. What do you think? Grenade shape. That's cool. Everywhere. Online, yeah. I'm gonna start doing that. This is gonna be the last bag of ice ever. It's nearly gone anyways. And the thing is about this one is that it does be all stuck together. And sometimes you have to whack it off the table to break a bit off. Or you have to run a bit under the tap. Or you have to get a knife and stab into it. Those cheap house cleaning stores. Yeah, like you know, like a DIY shop. You know Woody's, Max. Go into Woody's or something. We have English ice. Folds off. And how do you get it out of the holes? Does it not get jammed in there, bro? Do you have to like stick a fork in it, bro? Or something? You have to whack it off the table. Oh, it's silicone. Oh yeah, it's in silicone. It's not in plastic. Yeah, I get you, bro. Put one back with that. And try it out. Yeah. It's so fun talking to you guys. Survival skills. Yeah, bro. He is, bro. Well, these are good, bro. Tesco chocolate digestive biscuits. Mold. Yeah. Dummies. No, I've never made ice, bro. Growing up as a kid, like, there wasn't really any ice around my house. Like, we just drank, like, Coke just the way it was. Like, I only got into that myself. And obviously, I was in Aldi one day and I just bought a bag of ice because it's quicker and it's in front of you. But you don't think about making your own ice. Like, you see it on YouTube, you see it on TV, but you don't think of it. But now that you've actually mentioned it, like, it's something that I should do because it's obviously a lot cheaper than just paying 80 cents when you can just buy the thing, you have it for life, and then tap water's free. You just fill it up in the tap, put it in the freezer, done. Enjoy your cool beverage. You sound so American, bro. Broke up in the desert of Ireland. The There's no desert in Ireland, bro. He's ripped and tanned a bit. Yeah, bro, 100. Bro, I need to move to the fucking some hot state, or I need to move to Italy, bro, and go to the gym. Clean tap water. No, we always have clean tap water. It's filtered in Ireland. So just get a 6-pack and just stay in the sun. Like, go to Greece, live in Greece all year round, or live in Arizona, and people aren't gonna think you're Irish anymore. Have they run to Tesco? 206 different. Yeah, enjoy, bro. What are you getting? Some pizza? Are you gonna burn it like me? I'm a Greek. Sparkling water is horrible. It's horrible. I remember drinking it for the first time, and I went, ugh, I spat it out. Okay, I don't know, bro. I like meeting new people. I like to travel. I'd like to start traveling again. I have a funny sense of humor. I'm a nice person. I'm very clever as well. I'm very smart. Bottle here in Europe, you got the cap attached to the bottle. Yeah, I'll show you, bro. Do you like long walks on the beach? Yeah, I do. I prefer beach walks than mountain walks. And I like going for a walk in the park. You know where it's beautiful? If you go to a forest is beautiful as well. So look, is it not like that? Wherever you're from, where are you from in America? You get stuck. It's only like that the last 3 years or something. I agree, yeah. We have beautiful forests in Ireland. Yeah, you've that one too. If you go to Wicklow, like, you'll just find miles and miles and miles of trees. And like, even if it rains, you don't even get wet because the trees just keep you sheltered. I love forestry. But unfortunately, a lot of it, they're cutting it down, I noticed. They're taking the wood. I've seen some forests in Ireland where there's like some sections where it's just completely cut down. Like, that's horrible, and there's just stumps everywhere. Just spin the cap times. Yeah, exactly. If you just twist it around. But I've no need to do that. But I know what you mean. Yeah. That's because like people would just dump the caps and they'd blow away and end up in the sea. You know, or they'd throw the cap on the ground and then just recycle the bottle but not the cap, and the caps end up everywhere, and they end up getting like stuck in the grass and buried into the grass and everything from people walking on them. And Stacey, you too, bro. Thank you. Does anybody want to go on another walk? Even though I went on a billion fucking walks, does anybody? Or maybe it's crazy to go on another walk. No, maybe it's crazy. Yeah, I think it's a bit crazy. I've been out all day. Everybody, like and subscribe. Everybody that's new. I'd really appreciate that. What's the weather like? A bit chilly. It's not windy, but it's a bit chilly. Like you'd need a hoodie, but it's not really cold. Like you don't need a coat, but just a hoodie at least. So I was driving. No, it's okay. So Amazon, yeah. Sandy, how old are you about? I know sometimes women they don't like guys to ask their age, but like, are you in your 30s? Are you in your 20s? Like, you know? No way. I didn't think so. I thought like you'd be like closer to my age range. Like everyone in the Discord, like I think I'm the youngest, right? I think everybody's like in their 30s and 40s. Sandy, he is good guy. Yeah, where are you from, Crazy? That's a cool name, Crazy. K Crazy or not K C Crazy slash KL4FS. Maybe you should call yourself Crazy Boy or Crazy Kid. K Crazy, now that I thought of that, it actually sounds cool. Brazil. Really? Is that where you're watching from? Be right back. All right. Now then, pal. How are you? Good, bro. Tom Bull. How are you, bro? Maybe I should just go outside and sit on a fucking bench and just talk. Like that way I don't have to disturb my neighbors. Maybe just go out and just sit on the bench. Don't walk, but just sit on the bench. Thinking to come to EU to study? Any advice? Mm, not really, because EU like that could be anywhere. But no, I don't really know because I've never really studied as an international student, bro. Oh, what I said was, Sandy, you froze. I'm always fucking freezing. It's ridiculous. I had to change my phone network. What I was saying was, is I thought you were a lot younger than that. I think I'm the youngest in the Discord. Mate, how have you been? I've been all right, bro. What about yourself? I might actually just go out and sit outside. Yeah, I'm gonna go out and sit outside on the bench. No, I get that a lot. I just think it's because people like in their 40s don't really spend a lot of time on YouTube. But there's no harm in it though, you know? I don't see a problem. Like, because you're on the YouTube a lot, I would have thought that you were like in your 20s. Because usually people in their 40s, like, you know, they have kids, they have mortgages, or they have jobs, and they're not interested in connecting with people. Like, they've already settled down in their life, you know? But yeah, you do have some streamers and some people that watch streams that are even in their 50s, but typically I feel it's younger people. What's it like dating on? Really hard, bro. It's really hard. Are you kidding me? No, I'm not kidding you. I'm just saying like that. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe it's different in America, but in Ireland, like, from what I've seen, I haven't really traveled a lot. I haven't been in America, but a lot of the 4-year-olds, the 40-year-olds, they don't really spend a lot of time on YouTube. But maybe in America it's different. Don't take offense by anything I said. I hope you're not. My generation helped build YouTube. That's true. Oh, fuck. Gotcha. Yeah, I was just saying, like, from what I've seen here, because obviously I'm not living in America, but I'm just talking in general what I see here. I don't know about anywhere else. Well, I'll be back 1 second. He's a chill guy, Sonny, don't worry. Exactly. 1 sec. I need to look for my key. That's off, that's off. Shirt to hoodies. I know, bro. But this is Nike, and then fucking Umbro socks, which I'm not even a fan of. My mother bought me them because where I live, the washing machine is shared, and I couldn't even find I couldn't even use the machine for 2 days straight because people kept using it, and I couldn't even find a fucking pair of clean socks. So my mother just went out and bought me a fucking pack, and she just bought them. So yeah, 1, 2, making sure everything's off. Let's see. I'm doing good, Irish boy. Or me, sorry. No, I'm not paying rent in here. It's a long story. No, I'm not paying rent in here. Like, it's a place that the council gave me temporarily to see can you manage like an apartment, and then if you can abide by the rules and not cause problems, you'll get your own place. To get rent is really hard here. Even if you have a job, it's hard to find. It's really unaffordable. It's actually kind of chilly, to be honest with you. It's actually kind of chilly. See that camper van? I know the guy that lives in there. He's actually homeless, and very nice guy. But it was brand new. He comes from a rich family. It's a year old now. It's from 2025. But I've noticed the mirror has all duct tape on it. He must have crashed it, you know. And then the back is all fucked up in duct tape. Like, he smashed it up. And like, that's obviously drugs, because he has a problem with drugs. And I'd say he was off his head and he fucking crashed it, and it's such a shame. It's so sad, like. And then somebody left some rubbish there. It might have been him. I don't have a car. There's no point, because the government gave me like free travel, free public transport here. So to get a car is probably a waste of money right now, considering I'm trying to save to go over to America and to travel. And like, car insurance here is like really, really high. But it would be nice to have, especially when you're waiting for the bus and it's raining and there's only a stick in the ground and there's no bus stop with a shelter. I would love to have one of them. That's always here. Am I lagging, guys? I heard Irish Live and potatoes. What are you talking about? Bro, I don't even know if I'm lagging because no one's even talking. They eat a lot of potatoes. Yeah, we do, bro. Look at this. Such a shame. Boarded up like that. There's a couple around the place. Sandy, should I lower down the resolution? It's saying that that's a solution, so it's not using as much data, and then it should work. But I'm actually genuinely considering to just change phone networks back to the one I used to use, because I only changed to Tesco because it was cheaper. It was giving international calls, but the signal is fucking shit, especially for YouTube. But can you guys make out what I'm saying? You might need a better... yeah, 100%. Like, I could actually lower the resolution, but then I have to leave the live, and then most people won't join back because I've ended it, and they think that I've ended it for good. And then I don't think it should make a difference, because I used to use Air Mobile, which is a really popular one here, and I've never had any problems ever. But this has been giving me problems a lot. It happens on Tiger's Live too, but not as often as it's happening on mine. You know, I might just go back. The country has most of the blonde people. I would say Sweden, before they accepted all the migrants from Somalia. And I think there's a lot in Germany and Poland as well, but mostly Sweden. Like, even that's a nice home. Like, that looks like they put an extension on that. That looks really modern and looks really nice. Do you know, the reason why I wanted to leave is because the landlord lives underneath me and he can hear everything. And sometimes I've noticed when I'm talking on the phone, he seems to like get irritated even though it's during the day, because he can hear everything. And I might as well be in the same room. And he'll start coughing and he'll go like, like as if he's trying to signal for you to be quiet. But you don't hear him cough when you're not talking. That's the thing. And then sometimes you'll hear him like slam the door when you're talking on the phone, but you don't really hear him doing that when you're not talking on the phone. So I think he's trying to like say, be quiet. And sometimes he does that when you turn on the TV and you listen to music. He'll start doing that too. He sounds like a miserable fuck, to be honest with you. And I'm trying to really get out of there And it's worse for me. I have the worst room in the whole house because like I'm right above his head. He's deliberately like, well, yeah, he's directly underneath me, you know. Yup, Sean Breed 444. What's up, Sweden? You got any countries? I think, yeah. You can't even fucking talk in peace. You can't even fucking do anything. I know people don't get on with their roommates. Yeah, for me, it's just the landlord is just like deliberately, well, the caretaker guy is just deliberately like underneath you and he can fucking hear everything. And then he's just like coughing when he hears you on the phone. Like I was talking on the stream there and I could hear him going like he does that sometimes when you're talking and it doesn't even sound like a real cough. It just sounds fake. Like it just sounds like you're trying to signal to me to be quiet. And it happens when I listen to the TV sometimes, you know? It's really fucking annoying. Like the building is paper thin. You can hear everything. Like so that's why I decided to come outside because I can just talk and nobody can stop me or cough or bang doors. No, he's not Irish. He's Romanian, and that's the worst thing about it is that they're known for being very rude people. They don't really have much manners, you know. You have mountains in Ireland? No, it's not a dumb question, bro. Yeah, we do have our mountains. We have a lot. Like, I can't even listen to fucking music every day on my TV because, like, he doesn't fucking like it. He starts banging doors and coughing, like, for me to signal. So I only do it, like, once a week. When if I had my own place, I'd be doing it every day. Like, you can't live in freedom. It's like a prison. I'm kind of sick of it, you know. Look at the buses here. It is apartment. It is an apartment. Like, that's it there. That's where I live there. That black door. And, like, this guy is so paranoid, he probably think that I'm recording him and talking about him if I'm pointing a phone towards the building because he'd just be peeping through them blinds. But I'll do it quickly. That's the black door. That's my room right on top, yeah? And then he lives directly underneath where the motorcycle is. So I'm, like, right above his head. You see what I mean? There's 1, 2, 3 next to the black door. I'm on the second one. So I have someone on top and then him underneath me. So, like, it's a fucking pain in the hole. Like, even after, like, 10 o'clock, I can't really stream. I gotta be very, very quiet. And then, like, after 11, it's, like, the max I can stream because he'd be moaning. Like, I remember one time when I first moved in, I didn't even know the building was paper thin. I was playing, like, PlayStation, and I was playing online with people, and I was talking on the headset. Next day, he starts confronting me, saying, "Oh, you're up till 3 in the morning. I couldn't sleep and all that." I said, "Why didn't you just knock into me or say something?" I said, "I didn't know the building was so paper thin." He wasn't like, "Oh, yeah, sorry, you're only new. Look, you know, it's not your fault." He said, "Oh, you're waking me up, blah, blah, blah." Fuck off, like. I would hate that. Yeah, I know, man. And, like, I mean, you're young, bro. What's the problem in gaming on Battlefield at 2 or 3 in the morning on a weekend, you know? You can't even live your fucking life. It's a pain in the fucking ass, man. And there seems to be no way out because I'm trying to look for other places. I'm trying to get out. I'm trying to get out, trying to get out. I can't find anything. But I just got to stay positive. But it is fucking so annoying. See, he'd be the type of person that would get pissed if you were to do that. He'd know you're taking the piss out of him. And then he'd fucking probably come up the stairs and probably be like, oh, why you do this? Oh, he's so miserable. One time he was giving out about fluff that was in the fucking hallway. And I was like, I can't control this. It's just fluff that falls off your clothes. Like, that just goes to show you, like, how miserable he is. And he just wants to always find a reason to moan and take his misery out on you, that he actually finds fluff a reason to give out to you. It's fucking madness. Like, you want to be a miserable, sad fuck. And then some other resident came out and says, oh, what was he giving out about? I said, he's giving out about fluff. And then he's up like a light up the stairs. Why are you talking about me? I said, I'm not talking about you. I said, he asked what you said. Quick to fucking blame me, like. It's crazy. Being not on your own, you can't survive. Look at this. Fucked. Steal a car. Yeah, and then end up in fucking a cell. And then end up in Clover Hill prison. I hear you. Tough to become with someone who can kick you out. Exactly, because he has the power. Like, that's the thing. He abuses his power because he knows that he can get away with it. Like, he can talk to you like shit, and if you talk shit back, he could easily kick you out tomorrow morning. So he knows he has that power, and it gives me kind of that prison officer kind of, you know, police officer kind of vibe. Like, he's abusing his position in power because he happened to just get that job, and now he's just like doing whatever the fuck he wants and saying whatever he likes. Like, even yesterday, you know, like, I got distracted because I wanted to go to the shop and buy Coke, and there was only like 10 minutes till closing time, and I was distracted by the comment on the live stream. So I basically just like ran out the house, and then I actually closed my door, and once my door closed, it automatically just like locks itself, you know. And then I had to ring him, and I had to say, look, I'm sorry, I got locked out, my key is inside. Not a big deal. It was 10:15, he was already awake, he was down there drinking with his mates, and came up the stairs, and I was like, look, I'm sorry, man, you know, just, you know, these mistakes happen. And then when I leave, he's like, are you sure you have your key? I said, yes. And then he says, don't call me again, like in a really aggressive tone. And like, I feel like saying, man, chill fucking out, man. It's only a fucking key that you forgot. Like, it's not like I woke you up. It happens, bro. Like, fucking hell, like. But if you say something to him, then he's going to say something, then you're going to say something, then he's going to say something, and then there's going to be an argument, and then he's like, oh, blah, 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 I'm going to kick you out. He's that type of person. So I just say nothing. But when I do get out of there, I'm going to fucking text him and tell him how I fucking feel about him. I'm going to say, you know, you're such a miserable fucking prick. You gave me fucking hell here, you know. Okay, so let's just read the comments now. Move to USA. USA land of freedom. That's what I'd love to do, bro. I have a friend over there in Chicago. He said he'd take me in. You just got to get the money. He said save like at least 5 or 6K at least, but you'd be better with 10K, he said, you know. And then he can help me get a job in his place. Then he can help me find my own place. The way he described the person is the same with my supervisor. He likes to shout at everyone and talk loudly, thinking he's tough, and everyone fears him. At times I wanted to punch him. Yeah, bro. See, I'm not afraid of him. It's just like he has a position of literally throwing you out tomorrow, and you're in a situation where there's a housing crisis and there's nowhere else to go. Like, if you get kicked out, you're literally on the fucking street. You are literally fucked. And he knows that. He knows that he's in that position of power. And he's not happy with his own life because his wife left him. No wonder why. Because he was obviously probably giving her hell all the time. And he's lonely, and he probably doesn't ever get sex. And he's just taking his misery out on people that he knows that are not really going to say much back because they don't want to get kicked out, you know. And the thing is, like, there's no even point, like, even arguing with him, because, like I said, he'll say something, you'll say something. At the end of the day, you're the one that's going to lose because he can't kick himself out. You know, you can't kick him out, but he could kick you out if he wanted to. So he's just like, oh, I'm having a shit day. I hate my life. I don't get any sex. I don't have a wife. So, you know, when someone makes a mistake, which is life, I'm just going to use that against them to abuse them and shout at them. And I know they're not going to answer me back because I can literally just boot them out tomorrow. So that's a bully. That's what a bully does, you know, and a coward as well. Because if he's seen me on the street in like a year or two's time and I'm living somewhere else, you know, he wouldn't fucking say shit to me. You know what I mean? People are so loyal. Skinny doesn't want to punch him. He's a tall, skinny out on the top. Yeah, bro. I feel the same way. Like I have a similar situation. I ended up in prison. Okay. It's a long story. Just 2 months. Nothing serious. I was going through a tough time in my life. I was drinking a lot. And there was a prison guard in there that always used to talk to me like absolute shit. You know, because he knew that he had the position of power. And if you answer him back, you know, they can just spit in your food, or, you know, they could just, you know, not let you get phone calls when you need them. They could just take away your privileges and there's nothing you can do about it. You know, it would just, you'd say something, he'd say something, you'd say something, he'd say something, and then it would probably just lead to like them being aggressive and then you hitting one of them and then they attack you. But then I seen him on the street. Said, "Oh, you're so brave now. What's up?" I actually bumped into him on the street when I got released the next day. I was like, "Oh, you're so brave now. What?" And then he just said nothing. He's literally scared. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of people. They were bullied in school. They had a terrible life. They get a position of power deliberately, so now they can be the bully. And that's a fucking coward. That's a coward. And that's someone that can't deal with their emotions and man up. Preach, brother, preach. Yeah, but you know, everything I'm saying is true. Like, I'm really intelligent. A lot of people in the guards are like that, bro. You know? A lot of people in prisons, the prison officers are like that. A lot of landlords are like that. You know? Where they have a bit of fucking power and then they just abuse it and treat everybody like shit because they're not happy in their own personal life. And they know that you're not going to say much back because, like, you know, they could literally fuck up your life tomorrow. They could literally throw you out, kick you out, you know? And to be honest, those kind of people are just bullies and just cowards. And they're nothing when you see them on the street. They would fucking run like a mile. They're the kind of people I hate the most. Like, truly and honestly, they're the kind of people I hate the fucking most. The thing is, it's my first job. I don't want to lose it. Exactly. Is there not a way you could put in a report against him? You know? Like, fucking people I hate like that, man. I hope you get another fucking job and then beat the fucking shit out of him, bro. Or go there and make a show of him. Imagine if you got rich, you won the lotto, and then you go back to your old place of work and you give everybody $1,000 tip, and then you just leave him with nothing, bro. That's what you get for being a cunt. That'd be hilarious, bro. I hear you about a speaker tree. Yeah, bullies are the worst people. 100%. I hate bullying, bro. I understand why people do it because they're not happy in their own life and they're hurt and they don't know how to hold it in. They just take it out on other people because they feel like shit. But it's not the answer, though. You only end up hurting yourself more and feeling regret and feeling bad. You know, and you only make things worse for yourself. Like, there's a difference between saying hurtful words to someone because you're not happy with your own life. You tell someone to fuck off because you're not happy with your own life. But if you're just constantly just bullying someone because you're a cunt, you're in a position of power, yeah, I hate that. Like, even yesterday, I felt like just fucking battering him. Like, he was drunk as a skunk as well yesterday. Even when he came up the stairs, the landlord, he was so drunk. I don't know what he was drinking. but he couldn't even fucking walk in a straight line. His speech was all slurred. Like, I felt like beating the fuck out of him, like. But, like, you'd be arrested. It's on CCTV. There's a CCTV in that hallway. You'd be charged. You'd be the loser. You'd be the one that would suffer. So you just gotta fucking play them at their own, at your own game and ignore these people, because you're the only one that's gonna lose if you even let it annoy you. Like, it's hard, you know, but you have to like try and not let it get to you. But I know that feeling. You just want to beat the fucking shit out of them. Do you think your landlord listens to your lives on YouTube? Your walls? That's a good question. I was even a little bit paranoid about that earlier. But I doubt it. And like, how do we know that it would even come up? You know, and he doesn't really know my name. Irish boy, you know. There's a tiny chance that you could actually be accidentally be scrolling and could come across. But I think it's really unlikely, you know. It's so paper thin, it's ridiculous. Like, he was talking about some conversation, you know, about his son. And I could actually hear every word he was saying and every sentence he was saying. That's how paper thin it is. Sometimes even when I mention him, or I'm telling someone, my mother or a friend, oh, he said this, he was a dick. Yes, I actually have to whisper it into the phone, because he'd be quick. He'd be up like a light, he would, if he heard you talking about him. He won't take any responsibility for what he does wrong. Like, he just wants to argue. You make a mistake, you know, you lose your key, you leave your key in the room. Oh, it happens. He just wants to make an argument out of it, you know, and then talks to you like crap, you know. And then if you say to him, look, and then he'll say, oh yeah, but it's so annoying losing your key for the first time. I'd say, I get that, but you don't need to talk to people like crap. And he'd say, no, you know, it's you that's the problem. You're annoying, you're losing your key. Like, it's not about that, it's your attitude. You won't acknowledge it, but I don't want to give him any energy. Why? Right now looks nice. Like lucky stars. Yeah, that's true. It is very cold in the winter, and there is some problems with some damp, and I have to keep wiping the damp and the mold off at least once a week with some bleach and a cloth. It is very, very cold. But yeah, he just always has a straight face, never smiles, never happy, never says hello. Like, it just never really does anything. But then as soon as you make a little mistake, you know, you leave your apartment, the door actually slams themselves, and then your keys in there, you're in a rush to get the bus or something, and then you're like, because he has a spare key, you're like, oh, can I borrow the spare key? Oh, then you start arguing with you start giving out. He'll still give you the key anyways, he'll still lend it to you, but he'll still shout, he'll still swear. Like, one time he actually said to me, next time you lose your fucking keys, you'll be fucking locked out. You know, it's crazy shit. Like, you don't need that. Like, you know, my life is already stressful enough. I have some PTSD, some mental health, some anxiety. You know, I'm trying to get out of there. I'm trying to look for a job, a better one. I remember once he shouted my name from far away. Then I came to him. He was mad I didn't respond to him because I came and I was not having it. So I told him, quickly explained the problem. Madden told me to leave. What the fuck? Okay, I had a manager like that. When I left the company, I wrote a letter to everyone in the company telling everyone how to know when he's lying and telling the truth. It was epic. Yeah, bro, that sounds epic, bro. Like, even me, I've been walking all day and I've literally left the apartment to go outside so I can actually do a live stream and chat and chill with everybody without him going like, oh, oh. That's what he's doing. Like, you hear you talking and then he'd be thinking, oh, he's been talking for a while now. And like, it's not like he's sleeping, and he'll just be like, oh, oh, trying to signal to you to like be quiet, you know, that kind of way. Or he'll bang the door, he'll give the door a bang or something. And then you'll turn off the live stream, and then you'll know it was deliberately to get you to stop talking, because then once he bangs that door or he coughs and then you turn off the live stream, there'll be no banging doors or coughing after that. So that's how you know. And it's not like a actual proper cough. It's just like, it sounds so fake. It's not like it's just like and it's not just a few coughs, it's just one big How could someone just go like, when someone coughs, just go like, you know? It's always just that one cough like that. It sounds so fake. You got man told me to leave. If I was you, I would stay away from him as much as I can and find a better place as fast as I can. Yeah, 100%. That's what I'm trying to do. You know? Even yesterday I said, like, he just wants to be the dick. He just wants to look for the argument. Because even yesterday, when he had to come out of his flat to give me the key, I said to him, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you. You know, it won't happen again. You know, because he gets really annoyed over the smallest little things. Even though I had already said sorry, he wasn't even like, oh, that's okay, it's okay, it happens. He just didn't say anything. And he looked really pissed off. He opened the door. He was pissed fucking drunk. He stunk of alcohol. He was stumbling. His speech was fucking slurred. And then as I was walking to the shop to go get Coke and come back, he just like shouts, don't call me again. Like, trying to look for an argument. Trying to take out his anger and pain on me because he's not happy in his own life. Trying to be a bully, that's all it is. I had already apologised to him. It was done, it was over. He had already let me in to get my key. He didn't need to say no more. He just could have just went into his apartment and closed the door and that's it. He didn't need to say no more. But he just had to be a fucking dick and shout, don't call me. As if I was going to call him again. Why would I call him again? I already got my key. You know, he's just looking for a reason. It's called reflect. He's not happy in his own life. And he's trying to take that anger out on you because he knows that he can get away with it because you're the tenant and you've nowhere to go. But he wouldn't do it to someone out on the street because he'd probably get his head kicked in. You know what I mean? So it's a coward and a bully. Someone abusing people in a vulnerable situation, and because you have a bit of authority, you're abusing it. You know? That's what it is. And they're the kind of people that I fucking hate the most. And if this is how he is now, as a landlord, I wonder what the fuck he'd be like as a police officer or prison guard. Don't even get me started. He'd probably be the type of person that would be booting people in the police station, planting it fucking drugs in people's cars, you know, trying to get people to say stuff, get them to admit to crimes they didn't do, beating people when the cameras and the lights are off. You know, that's the vibe I get off him. Yeah, he's 47, by the way. I wouldn't say old man yet, but he's getting old. Funny thing, he's married but flirts with another girl at work. He treats everyone like shit, but speaks gentle to her. I want to puke every time I hear them. Like, you got a wife. Yeah, exactly. But, you know, even when you have someone in your apartment block that lives there that is a grumpy old fuck, a miserable fuck, it can really just change the whole atmosphere of the building, and it can really change your mood for the day. It can really have a big impact, you know? Like, now we have another tenant that moved in, and he keeps slamming the fucking door every morning and every night when he goes in and out, and sometimes it'll be asleep in bed and he's waking me up. And you're telling him, and then he's arguing, oh, fuck's sake, it was an accident, give over. And then he's still doing it, like, and then you're like, what's the point of even saying anything to him anymore? There was another guy that was doing it too, but he stopped. I told him nicely and he stopped. But you just need to get into somewhere that's not paper thin, like a studio that's not paper thin, that's quite modern, where you don't have neighbours so close to you, you know. But apparently he's leaving soon. They're actually selling the property, which is a good thing. I don't know when, but he was telling me they're selling the property soon. But you don't have to move out. There'll just be another landlord that will be taken over. So hopefully the next person is a lot better. But hopefully I'm not even there, because I just want to get out anyways. Even without the landlord being a dick, I still want to get out anyways, because I want to be able to have somewhere that's warm and not freezing in the winter, and not have fucking people banging doors and paper thin building, you know? It's already bad enough as it is, but when you have him bossing everyone around and bullying people, it makes it 10 times worse. Never let anyone make you be a victim. Beautiful sunset. Yeah, it is. Cutie. Hey, how are you? I couldn't handle that, bro. Yeah, man. It's horrible. And then as well, he's telling everybody they can't use the washing machine on a Sunday because, like, fucking, you know, it's a quiet day and he wants Sunday peaceful. And you can't even argue with it because it's either just put up with it or fuck off, get out. And that just goes to show you how miserable he is. Like, even yesterday, like, I couldn't even use the machine because he would start giving out. It's a Sunday. And then yesterday, all day Saturday, someone was using it. And then I woke up this morning, I didn't have a fucking pair of clean socks. You know, that's another thing about sharing machines. And I had to go buy a new pack in the shop. Look, it is what it is. You could be on the street. It could be a lot worse. But I would just say stay away from him as far as possible and just try and get out of there as quick as possible. That's all you can do, and be positive and keep your head up. My neighbours upstairs were having a party one evening. It was so loud. I got the bang on the scene, but I did too hard. I went through the scene. Oh, that's crazy. There's one time I asked him if the product could pass or not. He got quickly mad and shouted at my face, telling me to have eyes to check. Whoa, bro. That's fucking horrible, bullying people like that. Man, I hope he gets his karma. Like, that's out of line. I've worked a couple jobs, and honestly, I've never had bad managers. But there was one manager in the cinema where, like, he was being too easy. He was too kind, and he was too soft. And then the night staff were just getting away with not cleaning the cinema properly and just brushing all the rubbish and popcorn under the seats. So then when I got there was extra work. You know, so he was a bit too lenient. But he was always very kind, though, to me. He was always very nice to me. Then there was a Russian manager in my Domino's Pizza and the Pakistani manager. And the Russian manager, like, was quite strict. Like, you know, like, you could get food when you want to go home, when you're starving or on your break, they'd give you food. But, like, she'd be like, you have to get a personal pizza. You have to get the smallest pizza off the menu. But then when she wasn't in and it was the Pakistani guy, he was like, just take anything you want off the menu. So it just depends on the person. Like, she wasn't a dick, she wasn't a bully, but I think she was just trying to save as much money as possible for the company. Where the Pakistani guy was just more lenient and like, no, you're working here, take what you want, you know. And then I remember I worked for Subway and the manager was Pakistani and he was really kind. He would let you, like, take food home sometimes, you know, if you're hungry. He'd let you, like, have lunch there for free, and, like, you know, he'd just say make whatever you want but don't take the piss. You know, he was so kind. You could get a sandwich, a crisps and a drink. You'd never go hungry in there, you know. Then I had a manager at McDonald's that was Irish, but he was never really in the picture. He would just work and stay on his shift, but you wouldn't really have to deal with him much. But no, I've never really had any mean managers bullying me. The only situation I've had is the landlord guy. That's been happening for the past nearly 2 years now. It's been going on consistently with him. Going on too long, honestly. I feel like one day I might actually just give him the fist. Do you know what you should do, bro? But I wouldn't recommend it. I don't want you to get in trouble. Collect your last fucking paycheck and then just give him the fist and then just fucking leave. But then again, that could make things worse for you. He could press charges, bro. You know, and then, you know, you're fucked then. You know, I don't know, bro. It's a tough one. I know you really feel like that, but sometimes it can backfire. Maybe just fucking I don't know, leave a really terrible note or something, bro. I find when I live with me ma and brother, I had a few fights with my brother because he was being a dick, and my dad kicked me out. That's not good, bro. That's not fair. Man, I feel like I'm actually in the fist. There's one time I asked him if the product could pass or not. Okay, we've seen that one. Who is Scotta in Irish culture? Those are fucking delicious. Where, bro? Bro, that's crazy that there's loads of kids' toys, like, just left there, like, you know, and nobody is robbing it, like, nobody's wrecking them. Like, they obviously bought them and they just leave them there, and they come back and they're still there. Or maybe some nice person that lives in the area probably just bought them for the kids and anybody can use them. But bro, that brings back so much memories. I used to love these things as a kid, bro. I used to have loads of them trucks like that, you know. Do you remember the spider web? Any of yous? There used to be one near me and it was huge. It was like 6 times the height of that. And there was like these baskets you could sit up in and chill. I remember those days. If he never hit you, then you should give him a bit of your mind. If you see the back of him, you could give him your mind. That's what I'd probably do, because you don't want him to press charges. You could just go in and tell him how much a prick of he is. That way, like, he can't really press charges, and that way, you know, you get him off your mind. But if I was you, you could collect your last paycheck, find another job, and then go back and then just make a fucking show of him in front of everybody. Like shout, you know. Yeah, you should just like shout, "This guy's a fucking bastard. He's a fucking horrible bully that bullies everybody," you know? And then just fucking get like a cake or something. Get like a fucking cake and like smash it on the fucking floor, make a mess of the fucking place. I don't know, man. Or just go into the bathroom and just piss all over the floor, bro. Shit in the fucking sink or something, bro. Is that your father in profile? Your father who has a mom? Dog shit. What are you talking about, bro? If he's there in my last day, I won't take any crap from him because I know I'm leaving, so he could shout all day because I know he won't do shit. Where are you from again, bro? You're talking about your boss being a dick. Middle East, bro. Sorry to take a piss there. Yeah, Middle East. I've heard lots of stories like that where people's bosses have been shouting at them and treating them like dirt, and the people just like stay there because they've rent to pay and they've bills to pay, and it's not as easy as just getting another job, you know. And it seems to be a common thing when anyone ever gets into a position of a boss, a prison officer, a police officer, you know, a landlord. It seems to be a common trend of people like that abusing their position of power. Not everybody, you know. When I was in prison, there was some prison officers that were really nice, actually. There's some police that I've met that are really nice if you're nice with them. There's some bosses I've had that were lovely, but you do get a lot of that in those types of positions. You do get a lot of that bullying and people just abusing their power, unfortunately. And it's just hard. It's hit and miss. When you start a job, you don't know what they're going to be like, you know. If you get arrested. You don't know if police are going to be nice. You go to a prison, you're always going to get good and bad ones. If you go get a job, you don't know what they're going to be like. You know, it's just, it is what it is. But it's so hard when it happens to you. Like, I think the landlord has been the most hated guy in my life at the moment. In like my 24 years of living, is one of the most hated people that I've come across. Most companies from Egypt, they're all the same. They think they're broken English, thinking they know better. Fuck that. Can't beat Mountjoy. How's there nobody in the park? There's two people up there. There's someone sitting on the bench. There was two kids cycling around. But it's just very empty because it's late. Bro, Mountjoy is terrible. Clover Hill, all these places. There's another gang just with a badge. Man, I have to say, like, the police in Ireland, yeah, because I know, Joe, you're from Dublin. The Garda are like the worst. Like 9 out of 10 are fucking scumbags, bro. 9 out of 10, I'm telling you. The only way you'll get an okay one is someone that's just new into the job. You know, they might be a bit less lenient, but the ones that get older, they just turn into fucking horrible scumbags. The prison officers, it's 50-50 in there. You know, some of them are dicks, some of them are okay. But the guards is the worst out of everyone I've noticed, bro. I'm not a fan of them, bro, at all. At all. It's mad total ghetto. Yeah, it is. I was in Limerick before, in the city. It's a fucking shithole. Dublin is a fucking shithole as well. It always was, but now they're bringing in all these migrants, and now it's even fucking worse. Like, you know, it was already bad enough. Why do you want to make it worse? It's fucked up. Sure, there was an Afghanistani fella with a fucking knife in the centre in town the other day, arrested. What benefit is he to the country? And then he can't even speak a word of fucking English. What benefit is he to the country? And they have to pay a fucking taxpayer, you know, to get a Pashto interpreter for him to understand in the court out of Irish taxpayers' money. You know, imagine just going to the shop to buy bread and milk, and that's what you have to fucking put up with. Welcome to Ireland 2026. Helen McEnteen's legacy, you know, bringing in all these people. The government love it, don't they? Did any of you guys see the video in Centra in town in Malborough Street, where like he got attacked because he was threatening teenagers with a knife or something, and a few people gave him a few punches, he was bleeding, and then he was in the shop with a knife, and there was fellas like hitting him with an umbrella and like throwing a sign at him, and then the armed guards come and they're like, "Armed Gardaí," and they have machine guns. The coppers stopped my brother for nothing. They were bullying him. Yeah, bro, fuck that. Yeah, bro. I got battered by the guards in Pier Street before, bro, because they were giving me cheek when I was arrested drunk, and I answered them back, like, but I was young at the time. But they were really fucking cheeky at me. They were just looking for someone to answer back, to give someone a few kicks of the ribs in the cell when you're cuffed. They're really bad in Pier Street. They're notorious for that. They're known for that. I've spoke to people about Pier Street, and they do that a lot. Apparently Store Street is supposed to be like that as well. even I was homeless before, and I was in the hospital. I was suicidal at the time, and I had like 2 days of like no sleep, waiting in the waiting room. Got so tired, just lay on the floor. Security just kicks me out. He says, "You're not cooperating. You're not supposed to sleep on the floor." I said, "Look, I'm really tired. I haven't slept for 2 days. Just give me a chance. I need to get a trolley." He didn't sit there. He kicked me out, and I went to complain about him. And then he came up from behind me. He's like, "No, you need to leave. You need to leave." I said, "You can't just leave me out in the freezing cold. I'm a patient." What did I do? I lay on the floor for a second. I'm not cooperating. I haven't been being aggressive. And then the guard was just like, there was 2 guards there that happened to be in the hospital at the time, because apparently one of them was attacked in Naas. This was in Kildare, by the way. And what happened was, she says, "Oh, how old are you? How old are you? How old are you? How old are you?" Like as if to say like I'm immature or something. And I just got really pissed off. I said, "How old are you?" And then she just grabbed me by the fucking neck and squeezed my neck. I says, "Don't you talk to me like that." And like I didn't fucking bother touching her, because I know what would happen. You know, if you were to push her back, the male copper that was with her, they'd restrain you. They'd bring you into a cell, probably beat you around the fucking place, keep switching the lights on and off, leaving a freezing cold cell with no blanket pillow, probably wouldn't sleep still, and have 3 days of no sleep. You know, that's probably what would have happened. And then you'd have a charge for assaulting a copper, when yet they were the ones that assaulted you, and you were literally defending yourself. Like, they get away with everything. I fucking hate them, bro. Yeah. Where you left black and blue, did you get a scar? Okay, so I had a cut on my forehead. I had cuts on my kneecaps, and I have some like red kind of marks, like scarring from that. My foot was all numb. I couldn't even feel it. I was limping up the road. My rib cage was in agony to get up or in out of bed. For at least a month, I was in agony getting up out of bed. I used to get up and I'd be like, my ribs. Steel toe boots to the ribs, man. And to be honest with you, people would turn around and say, "Well, what do you expect when you're giving guards cheek?" But it's not like that. I mean, if someone is going through a mental health crisis, they're upset, they're sad, they're drinking, they're drunk, they need support. They don't need people to be roaring abuse at them. The guards don't give a fuck. They go and they do that. You answer back because you think that they're being bullies. You don't know that they're able to do stuff and get away with it, because you just think that life, you know, is supposed to run professionally, especially in Ireland. You wouldn't expect it to be corrupt. We're not in Africa. You know, you're only 18, you're only practically a kid, you're only new in the world, you've never really been arrested properly before, or ever. And then they're just like, "Oh, look at this little scumbag giving me cheek back," you know, and they just do it because they can, you know. And maybe someone has abused them earlier on and they're angry, so they just take it out on someone else. They're like, "Oh, we'll just talk to him like shit, and then see if he answers back, and then we'll use that against him to batter him." That's what they do. Like even a few weeks ago, I was stopped in town because the guard was saying that, you know, you were being argumentative at one of the security, because he wouldn't even let me in for ripped jeans. And I was kind of arguing with him. I was like, "Man, you wouldn't do that if it was women. You wouldn't fucking do that if it was women. You're a fucking cunt." And then he was like calling me the guards on me, saying, "Oh, you're being a bit abusive, man." And then the guard was being really fucking cheeky and like really passive aggressive, looking for a reaction. And because of my past experience, I didn't give him any reaction. I just ignored. He just asked for my ID. I gave it to him, and I just said, "Look, I'm gonna head home anyways." And then he says, "All right, head home now." But the only reason he didn't arrest me is because he didn't get a reaction out of me, and he probably wasn't worth his time to bring you all back to the station. And it's he said, she said, and you didn't even really do anything. You just really sweared. And you were, okay, a bit drunk, but you weren't falling around drunk. But if you had given him lip back, you probably would have just got battered in the cell. So I've learned from my experience to just ignore them. But even if you do answer them back, they shouldn't be doing that shit, bro. See how people and gets paid shit with. That's a recipe for happiness. I know. Is that the cause of PTSD? No, it's not. It's not, actually, to be honest with you. Yeah, you can't talk back in the car or station. Bro, I remember a time when I had a warrant for missing a court date for being drunk in public, you know. And I didn't know that I even had one. My mother told me that I didn't have one. My social worker told me I didn't have one. and they picked me up outside Tesco in Dunleary. They should have just said, look, you have a warrant, just come in the car, we'll sort it out, it's not a big deal. They were just like, oh, get the fuck in the car. You do have a fucking warrant, you fucking prick, get the fuck in. You know what I mean? Like, that's just the way they talk, like, and then I was just like, who the fuck do you think you're talking to? Like, and I obviously wasn't thinking straight, I was drunk, and I kind of just like, was kind of resisting a bit, and then because you resisted a bit, they handcuffed me, had me in the back of the car. They gave me like 5 or 6 like hard digs to the back of the head while I was cuffed in the back of the car. No cameras, no body cams. It's so fucked up. And then out of like, frustration and out of like being frightened because you're being attacked and you're being hurt, you naturally kick, yeah? You'd kick your leg or something, or you'd flinch or jump. I kind of jumped from the shock, and then my foot hit the back of his chair, and then they're trying to charge me with assault. And then because of that, in retaliation, they were like, oh, you fucking prick. And then pepper sprayed my eyes, man. But that's the thing. If they had been professional from the start and been respectful from the start and not spoke to you like shit, it wouldn't have happened. But again, sometimes you're not thinking straight. And when you're really hurt, sometimes you don't really care. But I've actually learned that those incidents are in the past. But I've learned from those incidents to just not answer them back. Because then it just gives them a reason then. But it's still wrong. It's just abuse of power, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Hey, bro, how are you? Like, if they were being really polite with you and they were like, okay, just come in the car, we'll sort out the warrant. And then you're like, oh, I don't have one. And they were just like, not swearing at you and calling you a prick. And they just said, no, look, we'll sort it out, don't worry. It could have went so much smoother. Like, it wouldn't have happened, all this crap. But then again, like, if I had just ignored them, it probably wouldn't have happened. But it's easier said than done in the moment, especially when you're drunk, when you're young, and especially when you're already having a bad day, and then they're there swearing at you. But yeah, they just don't care, like, Bro, I've even been arrested for being drunk in public before, like, because I had a problem with alcohol in the past due to my PTSD. And this was in town somewhere. I think it might have been in Bridewell, or it might have been in Store Street. I think it was Store Street, though, yeah? And I put my hand through the hatch because I was, like, basically asking for water, ringing the bell. Nobody's responding. I'm dehydrated. I put my hand through the hatch. And then this guard comes along and just slams the fucking hatch on my fucking finger, like, and all of a sudden, like, it just starts, like, gushing blood, like, and blood went on the wall, on the hatch, on the floor. Nail was, like, all bruised and hanging off, literally. It actually fell off at some point. And I made a complaint and nothing done. Absolutely nothing done, like. But if they do get, like, numerous complaints, they do get disciplinary action, like their sergeant will say, why are we getting numerous complaints about you? They might not be promoted, but I don't think enough is done to tackle the problem of police brutality and corruption, But yeah, I hate the police so fucking much. I really do. Like, I never really used to think much of them when I was a kid. I used to just think, oh, well, they're just doing their job, But then when you actually go through the struggle and you make mistakes and you see all the abuse they give you and all the corruption they get away with and all the police brutality they get away with and how much of a bully they are, you change your mind completely, And I get they have a tough job, but if someone is actively abusing you for nothing, I can understand why you'd be angry, but they just go looking for problems, a lot of these people, And even if someone is actively giving them shit, the person is probably going through a mental health crisis. They're probably in pain. They seem to have no education in mental health or addiction or any social problems at all whatsoever. Now that's me done now. That's all I have to say about that. I like having these conversations, no matter what it is, if it's a negative thing, if it's a good thing, just to learn about these things and just express them. Yeah, bro. But there's too many bad ones, bro. In Ireland, especially, there's too many bad ones, and they get away with a lot of shit. You know, like they assault you and nothing happens. There's no evidence. They make sure there's no evidence. You know, over in Ireland, like the amount of people I've heard of and know that been assaulted by them, and I don't know one person that's ever got them fired or suspended or has got justice. Yeah, there has been some incidents where they've been fired or got suspended, but rarely, not many. But then if you lay a finger on one of them, you're going to get charged and you're going to get the shit kicked out of you by them. So yeah, you're going to have two problems. Then they're going to have zero. So that's why I just try and stay out of their way, and then you won't have that problem. And hopefully in the future, police brutality and corruption will end, and the government will take it more seriously. But I think the problem is, the reason why they don't take it seriously is because it's not happening to them. It's happening to the poorer people that had the bad childhoods, that had the trauma, that got caught up in the system. It's happening to them. Because it's not happening to the government, that's why they don't care, don't want to do anything about it. But hopefully it changes someday. But all you can do is try and stay out of trouble, and then you don't have to worry about these things anymore. You know? That's all you can do. Because I know it's a corrupt system. So just try not bring attention to yourself or do anything wrong that you're going to get caught up in that corrupt system. Sean, NLP is your mental toolbox. Complicit. What do you mean, corrupt or complicit? Everybody subscribe and like if you're new. I'd really appreciate that. That'd mean a lot to me. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers. See, some of y'all, you just joined late, you know, so you didn't hear the start of what we were talking about. Saying out of the A is key forward. I avoid them like the scam COVID job. Exactly, bro. Like, they just get away with, they get away with everything. They assault you, they get away with it. They lie, they do this, they get away with it. You know, you do something, you're fucked. Like, when I was a kid, I just used to think of them as just police or just doing their job. But then when you really fuck up and make mistakes and you see the abuse they give and the corruption, the provoking, they try and provoke you and then you answer back and then they attack you and then nothing happens and then they charge you. You know, you just learn from all this and you really change your mind on them. And then you just think they're just a corrupt system. They are a corrupt system, you know? Yeah. But I understand we need them, because if they weren't there and somebody was robbing your house, you know, you'd need them. So of course we need them, but we just need a more professional, not corrupt service. But I can't do anything about that. I can't change that. All I can change is just stay out of fucking trouble. But imagine what it's like in third world countries. Like, if you think it's bad here, like cops beating the crap out of you when they get you into the holding cell, like, you know, if you think it's bad here, like imagine what it's like in third world countries. Like, I can't even imagine. Sorry, I was just taking a piss. I really had to go, but yeah, exactly. NLP, is that an app, bro? 16 likes, that's not bad. I'm probably gonna go in a few minutes too. Bro, I should make another Instagram again, like, for sure. You know? Like it'd be good to like stay connected with your YouTube followers and stuff, you know. I downloaded Discord recently because I have a friend, a YouTuber in Chicago that I've been friends with for the past nearly 2 years, and he told me to download it, but it's a bit difficult. I'm only really getting used to the app. The layout is not as simple as Instagram. What's everybody doing? Sorry, I'm missing your comments. Yeah, that's right. Somebody talk. We've 9 people in the chat. I used to a lot, bro. I got banned off PlayStation. I had an argument with someone. I said something I shouldn't have said. But no, I'm gonna save up again and not make that mistake again. And I'd love to go gaming again, bro. I love gaming. Even for the meantime, play mobile games on your phone. Like, do you know 8 Ball Pool, bro? We could even play that together on our phone. That'd be pretty good. Oh, just Coca-Cola, bro. Yeah, I did too. I can't get my account back. It was a PS5. They basically hacked into the console, and the console was useless. And I couldn't even use the disc drive or anything, or I couldn't even play any games online. Because you get one ban for 7 days, and the next ban is 30 days, and then the third ban is finally like complete. And I didn't know. I wish I would have read the terms and conditions properly, but it's a hard lesson learned. Oh, 4. Okay. Bro, that PlayStation 5 was not cheap. I had it for like nearly 2 years, and then it's fucking useless. And I gave it to a so-called friend. He's like, let me have a look at it. Let me see what I can do with it. And I went to his house one day to ask for it because I found out I could get like 50 or 60 euro for parts. And it wasn't there. He fucking says, oh, I threw it out when I was cleaning the gaff. No, he fucking didn't. He fucking obviously sold it. Bro. They do, bro, yeah. But you think you're getting a good deal, but you're not. You probably get them cheaper on the PlayStation Store. But you can't even do anything in this apartment. Like, you heard someone come up the stairs, and you know who I think it is. And then there's no even talking or anything. There's no even going into your apartment. Like, just come up the stairs and standing there, and then just slamming the front door, like in anger, like as if you know who was annoyed at me for talking on the phone. I'm not gonna say who, but you know who. It's fucking ridiculous. It's not even 10 o'clock. You can't even talk in your own fucking apartment. It's boiling my fucking blood. Boiling my fucking blood. I wouldn't be surprised, bro, because I could hear snoring before underneath me. Bro, I'm gonna head off now, because I can tell he's getting pissed. I can tell. It's ridiculous, man. Fucking, I'm sick of the fucking teeth of it. The council don't fucking do anything. Bye, bro. I'll come on again tomorrow earlier. See you, good luck.